What is up, guys? Welcome back to a new YouTube video. I am immensely stoked about how bench went today. Bench was actually a diamond this block. This is the third week, and I think I started the block with 135, progressed to 140, and now did 145, I believe, for my top set. So I was able to do just 5 kilo jumps, and from week to week, they didn't feel heavier. I would even say, or make an argument for them actually getting easier and easier. And that is a very, very pleasant surprise, given that I'm not the best bencher and I'm really, really, really need, or I am really in need of a 200 kg bench if I want to compete in the 120 men's class in powerlifting. Because, I mean, the top guys, they are benching to 50 to 60 in tested federations. I'm speaking of tested federations. I'm not even speaking of untested federations. The top guys are benching close to 250, and you cannot lose too many kilos in one lift. There is no way you can lose 50 kilos or more than 50 kilos even in a lift, especially not on bench. That is kind of crazy. These are definitely crazy numbers, but what you gonna do? Complain? No, we gotta keep up. So 145 for 5, this easy, gives me confidence to say that I think I can push the 200 kg bench this year raw on a shitty bench like this. So let's jump into the next exercise. And the next exercise is a accessory for my squat. It's a zombie squat. Maybe you've heard of it, maybe you haven't. So basically, what the zombie squat is good for, or what I'm using it for, rather say what I'm using it for, is keeping tension throughout my squat lift, having to use a lot of my core to stabilize and balance my upper body to stay relatively upright. As you can see, I have long femurs and a even longer torso, I would reckon. Hence, I really need to keep a lot of tension to stay upright and to push my legs forward. So I'm here working mostly quads. This is a very quad dominant exercise with a, I would say, secondary focus on keeping the chest area very upright. So the upper back has to work a lot too, or at least I'm feeling it too, because I guess I'm weak in this area. And this helped my normal squat already tremendously to improve from just folding regularly under the weight to now being very comfortable with higher weights and not folding. What I mean with folding is when the balance shifts forward and you might almost get, to make it visual, you can imagine it being like a guillotine. A guillotine was a execution tool used in, I don't know, a couple 100 years back, I believe, by the French people, where the head got chopped off and the people were leaning in a forward-leaning position. And this is the case if your squat has a great forward tilt too. You might not be able to push through it. You will fold, you will fall forward, and that is not what we want to happen. And I had the tendency to do so, so I introduced this exercise. And as you can see, you really have to keep your chest high, push your legs out, push your knees out, and produce all the force through your heels and your quads. And here I believe I made a mistake. And see, the slightest mistake will cause the bar to roll forward, and there's no way you can stop the bar from rolling off of your shoulders. But this was the last set, so all good. And we're jumping into the next exercise, which is ham curls. Ham curls single legged. Why? Because I want to hit both of my legs independently. I have the tendency to build imbalances since I for a long time played soccer. And if any of you guys played soccer so far, you might know that when you have your standing leg and when you have your leg that you prefer to shoot with, even though it's now 4 years since I last played soccer, still over the years you build these tendencies to have imbalances, and hence I'm working each hamstring individually, really focusing on a fast contraction and a more tense decontraction or eccentric of the movement to really get the muscle fibers to work and create the damage that is needed to build more muscle in that area. After ham curls, we are jumping into or back into a chest exercise, and that is incline dumbbell press. Why do I love doing incline dumbbell presses? Because I'm so much on the bench. I'm doing so many bench exercises which are very technical, and I also want to have an exercise where I can just pump the heck out of my chest, especially my upper chest. And as you can see, really trying to contract the upper chest and not really lock out fully, to not lose tension at any point. I'm only locking out fully if I want to take a quick breather inside the set, to maybe get another rep or two. But usually I'm just trying to stay in a very contracted form. And also what I saw many people do, or people I trained with, they didn't really take the time to set up properly on dumbbell presses. Doesn't matter if it's incline or flat or maybe even decline. They just always go, and then they wonder why they immediately or might injure their shoulders. I mean, you really have to be able to get into a position where you're sitting nice and tight and have a comfortable shoulder position and really can focus just on working the chest. From chest, we're jumping back to upper back, doing pull-ups. It's an exercise I've just implemented recently, and it's an exercise that has helped me so far tremendously. Why? Because you can see it. I can't even do friggin' 8 pull-ups in a row. God damn it. No. But not being able to do 8 pull-ups also shows me, on the other hand, hey, this is an exercise where I can have the potential to progress a lot, right? The exercises which you are very weak in, these are the exercises one should do to get stronger and take this progress with them. If I do get to more pull-ups, my upper back will just get stronger, my lats will just get stronger, and hopefully wider for the nice aesthetics. But yeah, so what I resorted to was basically, I'll do as many pull-ups as I can. I mean, I think this is also the last set, so I was kind of gassed. But yeah, as many pull-ups as I can do, and then do a little bit of a rest and finish that set of 8. With those destroyed lats, we're going into lat pull-downs. Lat pull-downs, single arm on this hammer strength machine is just working wonders for me. Since the lats are already tired, your upper back is tired, right? We have this isolation exercise that I'm doing super light. I mean, I think it's like maybe 30 kilos. What is that in pound? Maybe 70 pounds, something like that. Maybe less. So very, very light, but focus on eccentric and contraction. Really, really trying to get the squeeze in and really trying to slow down the descent and really take my time with this exercise. And it has worked wonders so far, because it's also, I mean, think about it. You've worked your lats and now you're on this isolation exercise. Single arm gives me the ability, as you can see, to also rotate in a bit, which for me increases the squeeze even more. And you have this incline grip, or like this inwards tilted grip that you would have maybe if you do chin-ups. But since I did pull-ups, this is a nice also variation to hit more of the lat and really contract the hell out of this lat, because we need these wide lats. So if we get called out for a lat spread, we're there to show them. After this exercise, I basically did some core, and I met a fellow powerlifter in the gym. I won't say his name, but I'll tell you his nickname. As you can see, he's pretty tatted. So this TatFridge doing his reps on dips. He's honestly probably wider than he's tall, which is pretty funny. But He's an absolute beast and he has a great working mentality. So I provoked some posing off of him.
Moment, let's spread. Moment, let's spread. Aber in den Spiegel.
I didn't pose against him because obviously the gym was packed. Watch some of his posing. And with that, I wish you guys, these guns, look at these guns. With these guns, I wish you guys all the love, all the power. Have a good one.